After writing to them enough times in the survey, I finally get what I wanted. I can finally roll for Peroro-sama. I actually don't know what's going on here, but it scares me, and I hope it doesn't affect my roll luck. I've been low-key a shill for the new system, so here's to hoping John has something nice in store for me. But before we get to that, I've got to do the usual little ritual. It's the Spook Want chart. Not what the meta wants. Just what I want. Even if there is significant overlap. If there's anywhere to get some of these checked off, it's Fest with the double 3-star rates. Even after I've finished getting platinum trophies for each boss, still gotta keep my roster up to date for gatekeeping. As for the Fest students available this time, people generally consider Ryo and Ibuki first copies the priorities because supports, especially of the special kind, give more mileage for slotting in borrowed DPS. And then pick between Iroha and Neru. Neru would probably be more versatile considering her raw scaling. Iroha is proving strong in the ongoing Hieronymus already, but she's still an unknown quantity, and her Wakamo-like mechanic is a bit trickier to quantify than some of the recent Fest students. As for the order I'm rolling in, it'll be Iroha to Ibuki to Neru, assuming I can get 3 rate-ups in a timely manner. Not planning on rolling for Ryo, but if it looks like I can get to 4 rate-ups, I'll consider it. Alright, let's get into it. Come hither, Iroha. Oh, sweet, it's that animation. Are we off to a good start? Now, what have the two of you brought for me? That is a drawing of a tank, with a very sad barrel. Okay, 1, that's not bad. That's a good start. Not very useful in anything right now. Yellow was and is one of the most power-crept colors. Nobody really needs a permanent yellow Wakamo, especially not in the special slot. I mean, a pink's a pink, let's keep moving. Another pair animation? Whoa, nice! One more, what have we got? Chi Pao Tomoe. There, I said it right this time. Not a must-have, but never hurts to have more shielding and repositioning buffers. Some people, including myself, used her in Lunatic Gauze. Surprisingly not used that much in Kaiten Lunatic. Another pair animation? Is this what I'm spending my luck on? Another Wanner. I mean, keep them coming. Dude, nice. Wild Hunt.
おや、お目が高いですね、お客様。いいえ、先生。申し遅れました。ワイルドハント芸術学院2年、若狭冬です。以後、お見知りおきを。
Phew, not bad. She rose to become the premier block, tank, and defense buffer in Hieronymus for a bit. That did mean that she benefited from UE50 for the block chance increase. But maybe we won't be using her as a main tank anyways now that they're taking away cover blocking in Hieronymus Lunatic. Now we're starting to pick up some steam. Pretty good for 30 pulls, let's keep going though. They are inseparable today. What have we got for the next one? Hot Spring Shigure. You again. Why? Just kidding, I like Shigure. Her voice is charming. You don't see her as much after Magical Racer came around offering buffs on top of her AoE heals. Not to mention being limited makes her easier to raise over time. And that ends the pink streak. 4 is apparently the best I can do. And while the pink streak has been broken, the pear streak has not. Please, Arunas, may I have another? Hinata. She's hard farmable now, so not as great of a spook. Some people used her for Gauze Phase 1 Lunatic. I personally chose a different cope because mine wasn't raised enough. Ooh, the next one has the rebate pulls. Yeah, I know they're not free. Looks like it's just the ticket for this round of 10. Let's just grab that and continue on our way. Oh, how I'd be swimming in rate-ups if this was a guaranteed animation. But don't look now, it's 2 pinks. Bunny Girl Toki. Even in the recently released Kaiten, she didn't boast an extremely high usage rate. It's fine, I welcome you, adorable stoic bunny. And for number 2, it's... Which criminal did we get? Dude, it's Paul Allen's brat.
むつきちゃん大変身。さあ、何してほしい？何でも言ってごらん。
Dress Mutsuki, I wasn't expecting her so soon. But hey, if she wants to come play, I'm not going to say no. And she'll probably be the best blue Gebra unit once they're done preparing us for that grand assault. Not that I can afford to raise her in any case. 96 pulls without the rate up. I said I was going to roll Iroha first, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to switch to school uniform Neru because I've got some twisted block on good judgment that makes me want to roll the first copy without relying on government handouts. Assuming I even win the 50-50. I don't need your pity, he says moments before begging for John's charity. Okay, I'm ready. Send me the pickup, John. Whoa, it's a pink. Would have never seen that one coming. Whoever shall it be? First time winning the 50-50. School Neru. Overall the best single target yellow DPS at the moment. Held back mainly by an EX animation so long, it'll still be firing after end of service. And naturally, since we won, it's back to 0 pity. We do get to add any rolls from the slots after the win to the pity counter though, so we're 6 towards the next. Sensei, congratulations on the pickup! Can I interest you in some platinum insurance? Offer only lasts for 3 days. Of course not, no time for that. I'm busy trying to force a fateful encounter with Iroha. Speaking of which, we've got another chance. Maid Aris. She got back a bit of a niche in being one of the few units capable of effectively destroying Drumbarka's claws in Phase 1 for Lunatic. Second mostly to herself. Giving bond bonuses to her gun himself isn't bad either. Far from the worst thing that could happen. I'm still happy that Plana gets to participate in the summoning ritual now. 1 pink. Who is it? Looks like we're not done with maids yet. Maid Momoi, a purple DPS from the short age of purple between Swimsuit Hanako and before Nozomi. Let's pick up that rebate ticket and move on. Thank you. And now it's the OG Aruna's turn for a pink. Another serving of Shigure? With this, she's made it to 5 stars by the power of spooks alone. I had a drink in her honor today. And since it's 150, another rebate ticket. Feels very efficient. Just keep the pinks coming. Although it seems like everything's coming in pairs these days. The star up rally continues. With that, Doggo is 4 stars now. Didn't know anybody needed that many Kana spooks. Hooray, more pinks, yay fest. Marina. Been seeing a decent amount of her in the recent PvP season. I'll never have enough E-lifts to use my own though. Never say never. And with 170 pulls, that's the last of the ticket rebates under 200 cumulative pulls. God forbid that I have to pay for my own pulls. Pink, let's go! She just assisted in finishing out my platinum set with a smashing Greg Lunatic clear, so I welcome her with open arms even if my own is nowhere near usable at 3 stars. 96 pity. Second moment of truth. Am I good at coin flips? Since I most want Iroha, I'm switching to Ibuki for this one. May the odds ever be in my favor. Go. Looks like it'll be Aruna delivering my judgment for this one. I think this was supposed to be the hope for at least 3 pickups. And it looks like it was answered with 3 pinks. Ni ha ha, I am not laughing, Koyuki. Yet this seems oddly fitting for failing the 50-50. Welcome back, you little gremlin. Could have done without rubbing off your bad luck on me. It's fine, I don't need you. I have 2 more chances. The first of those chances consumed by Mina. What am I doing, assembling the current Greg super team? Oh, now it makes sense. Mina was on guard duty. The reigning queen of special, but her supremacy is starting to be chipped away at. Especially now that we've got a devilish special student challenging her cost regen hegemony. Now I'm in a bit of danger. I was hoping to get all 3 within 380, including rebates, and just stop there, but my worst case scenario is 500 at this point in time. But what good has thinking ever done anybody? Time to go back to rage-pulling Iroha. 2 more chances, I believe. Misaki? You were just here. In a swimsuit. What is it you hate, the beach or fun? Okay, that explains Misaki, running away from getting potentially neck snapped. You know, across the 5 fest I've rolled, I've never not spooked Mika. Weird flex, and it might cause me to break the streak next time, but while it lasts, I'm happy that she keeps coming back, and I hope we can keep this tradition going. So this is where Blue Archive begins. Swimsuit Nagusa, the third of the Gregorious Lunatic squad, is here. Can't say I regret rolling for her. Not that I took that many pulls either. Back to regular pinks, that's great. Hello again, this year's Queen of Ariake, Kei. Happy to be reminded that we were blessed with her release last fest. I don't even know what to do with you. Away with you. I have no food for you. Yes! Rate up or spook. Rate up looks like.
どうしてバカンスに来てまでこんなことを。まあ、こうなった以上、お互い頑張りましょう。
Worth because it's Iroha, but not doing great on the rate up so far. I won't say my obstinacy has been rewarded considering it took this long, but happy she came home nonetheless. Iroha is probably in the top 10 of my favorites. And with this, the final showdown has been set. This is the perfect chance to gamble my fate on a do or die 50-50 right at the last rebate ticket at 370. That assumes we get there though. Maybe Aruna is feeling generous today? Wink wink? Maybe I have to buy this package for luck. Almost tempted because she is an attacker, and it doesn't look like I'm gonna have many extra rate ups. So this is your game, John. Anyways, no more games. Finally time for this dum-dum to start rolling for Ibuki. Think time, let's go. That's Swimsuit, but the wrong location.
百花繚乱紛争調停委員会風の工事ゆかり華麗にサマーデビューですのビーチでも活躍してまいりますわ
Swimsuit Desino. She's the premier mobber of Yellow Tifrith, assuming you have the resources and will to raise her. One more Hyaka Ryoran to round out the collection. Now that I don't need her, it's only a matter of time. Aruna, ring in the next visitor. Nothing good comes from this background in times of permanence.
ご主人様のメイド茜ですいえ今はご主人様のうさぎさんと申し上げるべきでしょうか
I've never seen Bunny Akane used. Sometimes I forget she even exists. She gets enough play in her normal clothes for the both of them, though. Okay, our next chance is here. Now this background means something good.
準備体操はしましたかちゃんとしないと目ですよ
Swimsuit Shin. That's a pleasant surprise. She forgave me already for skipping her after making off with only Swimsuit Kiki. We've already started seeing her used in speedrunning hell as the new marginally best cost battery better than her old self. And I imagine she'll be a regular face for it. And there was a rebate ticket here as well. Scoop. Fully clothed Satsuki. Still the best Gebura attacker for the time being. Doesn't feel like that'll be changing for a while either. Let's pick up that ticket while we're at it. Okay, it's time. Time for the moment that will make or break this session. If this succeeds, I get to cash out at 380 after spending the last rebate ticket, and it's happy times. If this fails, it's just me and 0.7% pulls all the way to the hard pity at 470. It's the most important 10 pull, so we're doing it from the lobby. Wish me luck! It's solo Plana here to decide my fate. I'm at a loss of what to sign. I accept my fate with an XD. 6 is the number. 1, 2,
ゲヘナ学園
3,
ご主人様と一緒に
4,
怪我をされた方はいらっしゃいます
5.
怪我をされた方はいらっしゃいますか
Say your line, Serena.
私がす
Say
ぐ
your
に
line.
駆けつけますよ
It's waiting. And 6.
僕ワイルドハント芸術学院の臼葉律よろしくね
I've been betrayed to death. Where's Ibuki? And that said, Ritsu could kind of be considered a win. She's a pretty common candidate for this year's selector ticket, considering we've started seeing more uses for her bonkers attack speed bonus between using it to actually attack more, or misusing it as an attack damage boost. No pulls left in the rebates. Just me and raw percentage now. Let's just pick up that last rebate ticket. Copium max, let's go, 2 pinks. Yeah.
ワイルドハント芸術学院オカルト研究会の白尾絵里と申します世界は魔法に満ちているんですそうこの出会いのように
What's with all this Wild Hunt? After they decided they were going to put a restraining order on me for entering Wild Hunt's schedule location, now they want me to visit? Well, you know what? I accept. Swimsuit Wakamo. She's coin buyable now, so not particularly thrilled, but I'll take the Eligma. You see her in Lunatic HOD and Hovercraft these days. But both are starting to get solved for speedrunning, so maybe not much longer. Oof. 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 One more chance, one more time, come on. Haruka, the lesser permanent 3-star one. Sometimes used in Yesod and sometimes in Gregorius for debuffs, so she's not completely out of the picture, but she's far from an every raid fixture. The design is very nice in any case. Hope till the end, it's this one, surely. Or not. Basic Nagusa. Primary use being the best triangle, and pretending to be a purple single target attacker. It's not over, I've still got hope. It's Jover.
呼ばれて飛び出て参りましたみんなのスーパースター宇沢レイサ登場です
Oh, that's pretty good. Looks like there was still something good left in store for me after all. Race is versatile. You see her show up in places you wouldn't expect. This is true for both her base and alt. Welcome to Shari, ally of justice. Well, I guess that's it. Past 380, it was already a question of if I could salvage any of the 90 remaining pulls, and the answer was no. Hard no. Nothing but hard pity for you. They started it together, and they'll end it together. Fine, you both can have head pats. Crying XD. Yep, that's the right slot. Hard pity.
Ibuki もみんなと海行く先生も一緒に出航
Ibuki has a voice line that's literally about how she's going to be the one saving us from now on. Liar! You couldn't even save me from the 200 pity. I'm sorry, Ibuki, I didn't mean it. You were a good girl in the Fest event story. Ah, yes. Can't forget the final ad. Yeah, I'm good for now. Let's see how we did on the spook chart instead. 2 cute pyro-plundering mutinous pirates? 1 off-duty rowdy maid? 1 vigilante duelist? 1 ageless cost battery? 1 cocaine attack speed junkie? And 1 somewhat unremarkable smuggler. That's nearly a third of the kinda ones. Not bad there. To round this out, I'll just leave a few quick notes on the feeling of pulling this. It's a bit disorienting. You've got the cumulative pull rewards and the pity count to keep track of. This is partially just not being used to it. I also didn't realize that the cumulative count indicator is technically showing two pieces of decoupled information. There's the cumulative pull count that you see on screen, but the image of the next reward is more to say that you'll get it in a number of pulls that you'd need to open a menu to find. At some points I was a bit lost knowing what my targets were. I had a vague sense of my worst case scenarios at least. Like how I knew after winning the first 50-50 that my worst case scenario for 3 rate-ups would be 500 pulls total. But my moving target of 3 rate-ups within 380 I had to recalculate a few times because it was dependent on when I got my second rate-up, which unfortunately happened at hard pity. As far as the rates I got go, this isn't nearly a large enough sample set to generalize anything. Of these 470 pulls, 80 of them were provided by the rebates, so I technically only pulled with 390 of my own, which means I wouldn't have even reached 2 sparks in the old system. Or we could be more fair about this. Let's just be generous and say I had finished the 400 like I logically would have. That would still have been 3 total considering only one of the rate-ups I got this time was on a 0.7% pull. In the old system that would have been 1 luck rate-up and 2 sparks, for the same total of 3. My ideal would have been spending 300 pulls of my own and getting 80 on the house for 380 total after spending the final rebate. That would have maximized the efficiency of the free pulls. It's also fest though, and it's not the worst getting to pull 90 more than I was planning. Even having pulled 470 times, only 390 of them were from my own funds. So I ended up spending about the same as I would have in the previous system at the end of the day. In the moment I was kind of irritated at the bad pickup luck, but I'll keep tracking my roll log and seeing how the stats stack up over time. I don't think being on the losing side of either system feels good. Final answer, I thought the new system felt fine. Anyways, thanks for watching.